All right, everyone, here we go. I thought it fitting to do a little cure. Let me adjust my chair. I thought it fitting to adjust my chair. I thought it fitting to do a cure for cancer reading today because these are technically all signs. And I could do a flyover of the entire soulmate cycle. And based on what came up for the cancerians in the Friday and Saturday reading this past week, Jesus, I thought I'd pull and just take a look before I get ready. I'm after the full moon reading, but I'm just tomorrow going to pull Saturn in Pisces, which is a very important energy. I got a pre-shuffle here. All right. This is technically an all signs reading, was for Cancer, the hot spot of the connection cycle, Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if you're here, no matter what sign you are, you're here for a reason. All right. I suspect there's something important in this reading that will tie in some way to our Saturn in Pisces reading tomorrow, which ties in turn to the full moon reading I recently pulled. And I suspect that something has a lot to do with this character right here, the King of Wands. And we know him as what? The Burger King. Gotta have it his way or her way. Ego, pride, all that kind of stuff. All right, there's a lot happening in the energy right now. If you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. There's a whole playlist of these. You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. Let's talk about the pre-shuffle before we pull a cure for Cancer here, okay? This is very important energy. This is the King of Wands, crossed by the Magician. This is the Six of Pentacles, crossed by the Eight of Pentacles. This is the Five of Pentacles, crossed by the Eight of Cups. And a Six of Cups, crossed by an Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords bookending the King of Wands. All right? Under this energy here, it's just very simply put, this is someone, what usually makes this person feel comfortable. What makes the King of Wands feel comfortable is to be in control, to be in charge, to be in there, to keep their image up, whatever it is along those lines. What usually makes your person feel comfortable and they can easily distract themselves away from missing out on you, right, is no longer there. Those energies are gone. They don't feel comfortable in the normal. Now, I want to point something out. That Eight of Swords, I don't know, something about that Eight of Swords. It's chaos. It is. It's chaos. Something about that Eight of Swords, I will tell you. Bookending the King of Wands here, the Burger King. As I shuffle the deck, I will tell you, these are powerful energies right now. Saturn changing signs, later in the month, Pluto. Powerful enough that I wrote a blog article on them. They are very strong. They are very important. They're stage setters for the whole year ahead and next year. And the year after that, you know, going forward in Pluto for a while. Everything is always Schrodinger's cat. I can't predict free will. And it's hard for the universe. These energies are crosswinds. You know, it's hard to predict which way the wind's going to blow. So, that being said, it depends on your specific person whether that King of Wands wakes up or not. Okay? It depends. And you know your person better than anyone. But the energy is there. That same Schrodinger's cat principle, right? Do we have a dead cat or a live cat? Everything's fluctuating. It depends on the decisions you make. Applies to you as well. So keep that in mind. I'm encouraging everyone under this energy to make decisions, leading with their, if it feels right, leading with their soul, leading with their intuition. It's there. It's strong right now. Okay? Let's take a look. Let's pull ourselves a cure for Cancer reading. The overall energy. Well, actually, there is no overall energy because we pull 5 cards from the bottom, 4 cards from the top. The 5 at the bottom are the environmental energy. The 4 at the top are how your person's behaving in that energy. The environmental energy right now is powerful. It's a Fool. It starts with a Fool, okay? Something new. It goes to the Hermit. The soul is awake. Their intuition is encouraging them to do something new. We just talked about that in the pre-shuffle. They can't distract themselves from it. What usually makes them feel comfortable now makes them feel uncomfortable. So sitting in what they got makes them uncomfortable. In the center of it all, right, there's these 2 cards, then there's these 2, and then the center of it all is an Ace of Cups. The emotions are flowing in that King of Wands, all right? They can't just brush it off. Now we have a 10 of Cups, right? That's, again, wanting real happiness, wanting the real deal. And right here is a Knight of Pentacles. And I'll show you the 6th card. It's just because you'll see it anyway. It's the 2 of Swords. It's not part of this per se, but its energy is there. It starts to dissipate about this point. Again, Schrodinger's cat. What did I just get done telling you? Is the universe telling us, you know, this may look encouraging. It's taken somebody a long time to figure out that they need to move on, but the soul is awake. The emotions are flowing. Somebody wants to be happy. Their dreams, they want to follow their dreams. We got Saturn moving into Pisces. It's about Saturn showing Pisces what dreams are real and you can make them real. And it's also, it goes in the other direction too. And we'll talk about it in the reading tomorrow. But Pisces energy also teaches Saturn, teaches the teacher something. But all of this is Schrodinger's cat. You know, some of you just have a super fuck with, there's no doubt. This alone in the environmental energy should bring somebody running right to you. It should. You should get an apology at the very least, okay? But again, we've got someone moving very slow that could be moving faster. Our reading's on the flip. Let's pull 4 cards and see how they're behaving in this energy. All right, let's go. 8 of Swords. There it is. I said it was important. There's that chaos again. Chaos. The 6 of Cups. We're basically getting cards back from the pre-shuffle in positions now. The 8 of Cups crossing the 6 of Cups. What's bookending the 8 of Swords is the 5 of Pentacles. Again, it's a fear of missing out energy, but it's someone who's thinking when they should be feeling. It's very simple. It's very simple energy to read. Someone's doing too much thinking, leading with the brain, and this is what happens in this energy when you do that. Okay? Too much thinking and not enough feeling. And it's leading to this 5 of Pentacles, someone leaving themselves out in the cold when what they really want to do, the environmental energy, is pushing them toward emotional things. Pushing them away. We don't even have the King of Wands didn't come back. It didn't come back. It's not even on the table because that behavior doesn't make them feel comfortable anymore. In fact, there's a lot of shame attached to it. Let's clarify. And look at this. Randomly at the bottom is 8 Swords. Jesus, of the witches. I mean, it's unreal. Let's clarify the 8 Swords. You know, unreal. Didn't we have a reading recently with 8 Swords crossing 8 Swords? You know, wasn't there something? I seem to remember something about that. I don't know. Either way, it is that kind of energy. What's going on here? 8 Swords. What do we get? What's happening here? Now, this is including some of the Saturn and Pisces energies, but I'm pulling on the in-between here. I'm pulling on the little void energy that we're in right now just before I pull on that Saturn and Pisces reading. All right, that energy is pretty much getting there. Saturn just getting settled. You know, the moving truck is pulled up outside of Pisces. Pisces Manor, if you will. But let's see here. A lot of chaos. I have a feeling we're going to see this 8 of Swords quite a bit in the coming weeks. Why is the 8 of Swords here? Let's go. Okay. It's crossed by judgment. Again, somebody desperately wants to flow with this energy. There's some resistance to it. There always is. And in the process, they leave themselves out in the cold when even the environmental energy is God's source, the universe itself, saying, hey, it's time. Go. This is the energy. The time is now. It's a resurrection energy off of it. Right? For those of you that think it's over, it's not. There's another chapter starting here, and it's perfectly fine. You know, there could be one more lesson you need to get out of it, but maybe it's you end up with them, maybe it's not. Either way, I'm telling you that energy's here. What's on top? 6 of Wands. What do I always say? I'm going to talk to the Cancerians here. I know this is technically an all signs reading, but for you Cancerians, I always say about your person, they have a strange relationship with the truth. They're very frustrating. You know, this is someone who gets in their head about something that they know would be awesome. Okay, that's an easy way to phrase it. They know it would be awesome, and they get in their head about it. All of the environmental energy is just pure. It's pure soul. It's try something new. Somebody's a little bit slow toward taking that leap out of there, but there's just this center base energy of the flowing Ace of Cups. Why is the 6 of Wands here? The King of Swords. See? Again, it's somebody who just, they know that this would be awesome. This is my King of Truth energy. They know. But yet they leave themselves out in the cold. I think they leave themselves out in the cold because of a color match I have here between these two cards. Something from their past, that's 8 broken cups, is still there. It's still, they haven't dealt with all the karma of it yet, in a sense of one last thing to do, which is probably walk away from it. Whatever it is, a way of life, a person they're with, whatever. Why is the 6 of Cups here? Tell me about the 6 of Cups. Why is it here? Look at this. You can believe this shit? It's unreal. It's judgment again. Judgment crossing here. Judgment. Are we going to get what? Judgment crossing everything? I mean, this is some powerful energy right now. It's that resurrection energy again. Again, I already said it. I will say it again. I felt it when this card was here. I feel it here in regard to your connection. It's not over. And some of you are happy about that and some of you are not. And if you're not, I want you to think about that. It's okay. There might just be one more thing you can learn from it, and lessons are important. But if you're happy about that, yeah, maybe if things have been quiet or whatever, this is not done. It is not. Someone is in one direction. We've got karma that this person's still attached to that they need to walk away from. In another layer of energy, this Eight of Cups is reversed and it's somebody turning around coming your way, wanting a second chance at this thing. What's on top? Knight of Swords. What did I just say? Rewind. I read the energy first, then I pull the cards. Why I'm your second favorite is beyond me. What did I just say? Somebody charging in here. But he also has a mission. He's a very mission-oriented knight. He's got something to take care of. Somebody here, again, is returning. This king that this knight is sitting on top of, this king orders this knight around. So we've got something here. Why is the Knight of Swords here? Page of Cups. Can't get you out of their mind. That's it. It's as simple as that. Somebody has something they want to say to you, and they're about to come back. Or maybe they start spying and take a second look at you again, or a third look, or a 500th look. I don't know. It's within the energy. But this ain't done. On your side, it is not done. Even if you think it is not. I may have said that in the full moon reading too. I don't know. But it ain't done. This is interesting. There's several energies attached to this Eight of Cups. Why is this Eight of Cups here? Why is this Eight of Cups here? It's always for the greater good when this happens. It is. But somebody here's getting in the way of their own greater good. And yours too. You know, to be honest, if there's another lesson to be learned, I'm always happy to learn it. And you should be too. Why is the Eight of Cups here? Why? Tell me about it. Oh, okay. Thank God it's not Judgment again. I'm getting sick of that card. Right here is the Empress. I told you. It's irresistible. This ain't done. It is not done. I know a lot of my Cancerians think it is. I know. I'm well aware. It isn't. Nope, not by a mile. Not by a mile. And this energy is bringing up some wicked feelings in your person. I can't predict what a 3D energy is going to do. I cannot. I get erroneous answers every time I pull on it. On that King of Wands. I really do, because it could go either way. It depends if you have a super fuckwit or not. But either way, somebody here can't stop thinking about you. Cannot. Cannot. And there's an urge to come towards you, and there's an urge to stay with what they got. It's all Schrodinger's cat. It's what card number 6 here, the card I showed you, might still be there, the Two of Swords is talking about. It's all Schrodinger's cat. It depends on the decision, free will. It's all up to free will at this point. All right. Now, the good news is with Saturn moving into Pisces and on top of the energy of that full moon I just pulled on, okay, the lessons are going to sink in for this person. It's fine. There's hope. We'll see what happens in the Saturn reading tomorrow. But what's on top? Queen of Swords. It's like, I don't even want to say that. Somebody's fighting or arguing with themselves here quite a bit on this, whatever this swirl of energy is. Why is the Queen of Swords here? Queen of Cups, yeah. I don't want to and I want to. I don't want to and I want to. Somebody here this is an energy, it's strange to say this and I feel weird saying it. But this is usually the Eight of Cups with the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. I've seen this before. I've been pulling readings for over 3 decades. This is an energy of someone who's lonely. Okay? It's a lonely energy. And they know they could fix it, but they're not. They're taking their time about it because fixing it, I don't know, is different from what they're used to doing. But we're in an energy right now where their propensity to cut this out, if you will, is gone away. They've already sent the knight in. It's almost like they made a decision to come towards you, but at the same time, while they're on their way, they're trying to talk themselves out of it. But I get a loneliness here, okay? I do. And you can take that on varying levels for your person, all right? I don't think they're sitting in a corner crying, but it is. It feels like that. Tell me. So, look, you can see it here, right? Didn't we just pull a reading about saving the rose? Right? Wasn't that the full moon reading? Save the rose? Right? Here it is. This was the energy of your connection, that means. And I feel it there too. There's a loneliness here. And they know, they're well aware that it'd be awesome to come towards you. With the Judgment card in both of these places, the karmically speaking, I'll say, they are coming towards you. It is something that the energy is coming right in. I can't say for all of you whether the 3D person's coming with it or not. A good number of them seem to be leaving themselves out in the cold. But there is a truth. They are aware under this energy. I suspect this has a lot to do with the full moon and Saturn moving into Pisces. They are aware that they want something in that cup. They're aware of this loneliness, okay? And what they missed out on here. We could phrase it like that, you know, whatever. 5 of Pentacles. What's the final on this? 5 of Pentacles. This is just the current energy right now, okay? So we see what happens in tomorrow's Saturn reading, which will pair with the full moon reading, by the way, because they're right on top of each other and they are working together a bit. Why is the 5 of Pentacles here? It's crossed by the 3 of Pentacles. Another card I think we're going to see a lot of. Again, what did I say? Rewind. There's a loneliness here. I talked about it here. I see it here. There's a loneliness here. They want something. None of them want this to be over. It's the simplest common denominator energy. They're trying to find the easiest way to have contact with you but not have to commit. It's a non-committal contact type energy. And that's part of the reason this Knight of Pentacles is here. They could do better, right? They could do better. What's on top? Yeah, the 4 of Pentacles. They're holding back. It's a non-committal. Gotta have something. Don't want this to be over. Gotta have something here. But they're trying to find the easy way out. And the King of Wands does that. And that's why it's impossible for the universe to predict. Even, I can say because there's thousands of people watching, yeah, that's of course there. You're all dealing with a different person. But even on a one-on-one basis, we're at a point right now where it's down to your person. And it's never more true than when Saturn makes its move into Pisces, and later in the month, Mercury moves into Aries, followed by Pluto, heading straight into Aquarius. It's never been more true that it's down to the micro decisions of free will, micro decisions that your person makes. It's just down to it. Nobody wants this to be over. I mean, it's just, why is the 4 of Pentacles here? That loneliness is here because they were holding back. Out of fear, they're going to try to find the easy way. It's here, Queen of Pentacles. Look, they're afraid. You matter. You're not chasing them. You're doing fine. You're thriving. This person can't figure out why they're not thriving. Why they can't just cast you off. Why they can't just say they never could. Even if you think this is over, it's been a long time, Steve. It's over. I doubt they even think about me anymore. No, it's still bugging them that you're doing great and they're not. This is not an energy of somebody that's doing great. This is an energy of somebody that has the potential to be doing great if they stop making stupid decisions and dragging their feet. Okay? The environmental energy is pointing them in the right direction. There's always the laws of physics apply. There's always an equal and opposite reaction. You're the other side of the coin. You guys are allowing, the DF side is allowing their emotions to flow. You keep reflecting as Empress. You did here, crossing the 8 of Cups. And here it gave me the Queen of Pentacles, who is a very intimidating person. That's you. For this person to come talk to, because you're doing better than them technically. All right, you're emotionally more stable than they are. She got everything she needs. I mean, that's what's going on. It is down to free will at this point. You know, the environmental energy is telling them exactly what to do. And whether they do it or not, I'm telling you again, I'm going to show it to you. It's Schrodinger's cat. And I will keep reminding you of that for as long as I'm on YouTube. Everything in life is Schrodinger's cat. And any goddamn reader that makes a prediction to 20,000 people about something that's going to happen is fooling you or themselves, one or the other. It's impossible. All the energy can do is predict that they get to your door. Whether they knock or not is up to them. And it depends. That King of Wands energy is strong, okay? When I pull this offline, I often get multiple outcomes. And that's life. That's the way it goes. For some of you, this person, I can tell in this energy. For some of you, this person shows up, okay? It's a little bit half-assed. They're just trying to find any excuse to talk to you, to reboot this thing. I will tell all of you that it's not over. Not by a mile. This person is still, that loneliness energy is kicking in, and Saturn in Pisces is going to amplify that, because those dreams can be a reality. They can come talk to you. The energy says that. So, that said, some of you, they show up, it's a little bit half-assed, but just because they don't want it to be over. Oh, it's crossed by 10 swords, by the way. They don't want it to be over. And it's not over. I'm drawn to that owl. The owl is right there. His eyes wide open. There's still some life here. And for others of you, they just can't get past their King of Wands. They just can't get past it. And I think it's going to come out that way quite a bit. You have to feel inside you, in your intuition, your feelings, which person you have. Do you have a super fuckwit with a cape, or the cape of assholeness, or do you have just a regular fuckwit? If it's just a regular fuckwit, they show up. All right. Now I'm going to shuffle one more time with the animal deck here, and we're going to see if there's anything else the universe wants to tell you. What else do you want to tell everybody before we go? Pay attention to my full moon reading. Pay attention to this week's weekly reading. I know that was important. All right, and pay attention to my Saturn in Pisces reading I'm going to pull tomorrow. That's going to be something else. But don't be surprised if we get multiple outcomes or things like that. Don't be surprised if you see King of Wands in key places. Don't be surprised if you see 3 Pentacles. And I mean, seriously, these cards are everywhere. It's just unreal. They just keep coming up that way. Let's see where we go here. What else you want to tell everybody? What else? Oh, and this. That 8 Swords. That's a very important card. Let's see where we go. There's a lot of chaos in that 8 Swords. All right. This is an energy here with the 8 Swords. It's bookending the 5 of Pentacles. As we learned more as we went through it, I feel that loneliness. This is someone not just lonely, but thinking about themselves being lonely. It's a feedback loop within itself. Okay? It's the eating potato chips where one leads to another, leads to another, leads to another. Feedback loop of loneliness. All right? It's the loneliness is answer to potato chips. They left themselves out in the cold, and that bothers them, but that hurts their ego. So again, they're ego-based. Here we go. For you, you're not going to have this problem. You're going to flow with this energy. For you, I bet we could just take away the Knight of Pentacles, and this is your environmental energy right here. Again, very nice on the DF side. It keeps coming up that way in soulmate journey readings and all of that. What else you want to tell my viewer, universe? I'm sick of shuffling. Let's go. We always pull from the bottom. Look. Look, I said, you're going to see it a lot. There it is. 3 Pentacles. We just got done talking about it. A whole diatribe on it. And 3 Pentacles right here. And there's 3 Cups. And there's the King of Pentacles. And there's the Hierophant. The Hierophant, this is just, I mean, my God, I don't even know. This person cannot get you out of their head. I mean, they can't. What's happening right now is bigger than their ego. Okay? This is just backing up the pre-shuffle. Their emotions are really flowing. The urge to communicate is strong because they've never experienced anything like you before. You're the 8-point buck with rainbow antlers. You two are a divine couple. You two are the King and Queen of Pentacles, which for me as a couple in the deck is one of the best. I always say this soulmate cycle has the most potential of any I've studied so far for long term. It is there. Somebody here just cannot, it is not over, not by a mile. The emotions are getting stirred up by all the energies that are happening right now, which is what the Hierophant is representing. But also you awoke something within this person, of course. But they are still going to try and find that easy way out. I see it here. You're not going to have an easy way. There's no fear aside. If you're going to come talk to the Queen of Pentacles, if you know someone's value, yes, you get nervous about it, but you try to meet them to show them your value. You try to meet them on their level. I think for the ones that show up under this energy, they're making a mistake by half-assing it a little bit. I think what they should do is realize that they want this and they want to try to be better. Instead, they're trying to stay the same. This energy makes it very hard for them to do that. And like I said, the things that they can normally distract themselves away from you from, well, at least I have my security, or at least I have this and that. None of that means a hill of beans in this energy. It doesn't, especially when Saturn gets in Pisces, and especially in the first month of that while Saturn is still getting settled. All right? Underneath this Hierophant is a very important card to this whole damn thing, the Ace of Swords. We cannot escape it. We cannot. All right? It is Archangel Michael's sword of truth. There's so much truth in the energy right now. And let me tell you something. Truth is healing. Truth is not always easy to take in, though. It isn't. But it's the only thing that's healing. Lies are not. All right? People think lies are healing, but they create a lot of stress within us. Lies usually lead to 10 of Wands. People who are walking around all wound up, all angry and wound up. You get angry, yeah, you get triggered at truth, but it's triggering in the soul. It's not really in the brain. There's a lot of truth in the energy. It's everywhere. I'm telling you right now, I mean, what is underneath this? Yeah, the Page of Pentacles. See? It's all lessons. There's learning. There's a lot of learning. The truth is sinking in slowly but surely with these runners. And that's where we're at right now. I mean, that's exactly where the soulmate cycle is. For the Cancerians, this is your person to a T. The good news is they're going to have to listen to the truth. Not their version of it, but, the universe's version of it, for sure. All right? That's your reading. Stay tuned tomorrow for the Saturn and Pisces reading. Very important. And I'm going to pull it from another deck. I think tomorrow, for the Pisces Saturn reading, I'm going to pull the old animal deck. You'll see it with all the rips and shit out of retirement. And we'll see how that goes. Because that's got a lot of energy attached to it. I don't like to use it too much, but I think I'll do that. We'll see if some of these cards come back. We'll see what's going on. All right? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right. Good luck.